So there's been a lot of chatter lately about the Chicago Bears potentially drafting Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty with the number 10 pick overall. But when Ben Johnson drafted Jahmyr Gibbs with the 12th pick back in 2023, he didn't draft him at number 12 just because he was a running back. He drafted him because he viewed Jahmyr Gibbs as a dynamic weapon. So that had me thinking of all the draft prospects coming out of the draft later on in April here. Maybe we're focusing on the wrong dynamic weapon at pick 10 for the Chicago Bears. Welcome back to Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe, and Ben Johnson did a round of interviews today as he's down in Florida for the owners' meeting. Now, he did an interview with Adam Hoke of CHGO where he alluded to looking at Jahmyr Gibbs as a dynamic weapon, somebody who could be a game changer, a player that strikes fear into the heart of opposing defenses. And when you look at Boise State's Ashton Jeanty, obviously he is the best running back in this upcoming NFL draft. But last season, or the season before last, he was actually also a dynamic pass catcher. I think he caught like 40 passes for like some over 500 yards or whatever. So he is somebody that can run the ball very well. He can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Obviously, he does have some pass protection to him, although that's an area where he could probably improve. But what if I told you we've been focusing on the wrong dynamic weapon for the Chicago Bears at pick 10? You're watching Bears Yard, your home of opinionated Chicago Bears talk Monday through Friday right here on YouTube. So if you don't want to miss an episode, hit that subscribe button. Also during the CHGO interview today, Penn State's Tyler Warren was brought up by Adam Hoke as well. And Ben Johnson told a story about how in his draft meeting with Ryan Poles in the front office and his coordinators, Dennis Allen, Declan Doyle, and the such, they talked about Tyler Warren and Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator, mind you. Dennis Allen called out how Tyler Warren would be a nightmare to go up against because of all the things that Tyler Warren can do. Tyler Warren is the literal definition, you all, of a dynamic weapon. Why do I say that? Well, Tyler Warren, obviously, you know him, his position is tight end for Penn State. But Tyler Warren is not just a tight end. Tyler Warren can line up in the Wildcat where he can run the ball, or he can also pass the ball because he does have a touchdown pass to his credit last season at Penn State. Not to mention he can block, he can catch. He caught over 100 passes last year for over 1,000 yards, had 8 touchdowns. Did I tell you Tyler Warren even returned a kick last year for Penn State? So he has all of these tools in his toolbox that make him a dynamic weapon. It's kind of like that thing that Ben Johnson said when he was first hired to be the Bears head coach. He wants to make the same things look different and different things look the same. And basically that means that when you line up in whatever formation you line up with as an offensive football team, you don't want the defense to know what's coming. You want to keep them guessing. So if you have Tyler Warren out there on the field with everything that he can do, you will literally have no idea what the Chicago Bears are going to do if Tyler Warren is out on the field. And I'll give you an example of why something like this is so important, right? So last year, we had Roschon Johnson, who was like RB2 or whatever, right? The only time that Roschon Johnson really came into the game last year for the Bears was in short yardage situations. So when Roschon Johnson showed up in the offensive backfield, that was a telltale sign that the Chicago Bears were going to run the football, pound it pretty much up the middle because that was Roschon's skill set. He was a pounder up the middle. But when you put somebody like Tyler Warren out there, who can do everything that he can do, run the ball, pass the ball, catch the ball, block, all of it, you literally cannot key in to one specific thing that the Bears offense might do while Tyler Warren is on the field. And that is what makes him a dynamic weapon. Somebody that defenses fear, including our own defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen. Somebody that Ben Johnson could potentially consider taking at pick 10 because he is such a dynamic weapon, a game changer. Now, I know what you all are going to say because I said the same thing. We already have Cole Kmet, who is tight end 1. And yeah, Cole Kmet is an amazing pass-catching tight end, and he can block a little bit for the Chicago Bears. A little bit, I said. But he does not have the skill set that Tyler Warren has. And Tyler Warren can do so many things. And we know that Ben Johnson loves to run his 12 personnel, which he has 2 tight ends on the field at. I think he did it 30% of the time in Detroit last season. So there's a lot of situations that you could bring Tyler Warren in. Either you could bring him in with Cole Kmet, or you can have him in there by himself, whatever the case may be. But my point, as I've been alluding to throughout this video, is that Tyler Warren is so multifaceted in his skill set that you don't know what the Bears are going to do if he lines up in the offense, whether he's in the backfield or on the line or whatever. You don't know what he's going to do. Do not sleep on Tyler Warren at the 10th pick in the NFL draft because he fits the perfect mold for what Ben Johnson classifies as a dynamic weapon. Speaking of the draft, I got a recent comment from Carl. He said, why not take Hampton, alluding to Omarion Hampton, the running back out of UNC. And he's talking about the latest mock draft that I did. And if you wanted to see that mock draft for yourself, check out that video right there.